Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. So most of y'all are up on this situation where this TikToker, I'm not really sure what her name is, but anyway, we've got her here on the screen, was hit with a brick by some fella who is yet unidentified. And of course, what the first thing that women went to do, black women, was to make it about castigating men. But of course, she herself got the whole thing started off top. So this is in the immediate aftermath of her being hit with the brick. So in the immediate aftermath of being assaulted, what does she do? She of course calls the police for help, the people who are paid and sworn to protect her. Or she calls an ambulance for medical attention. No, she uses that same phone that she could use to do those two things to go live to shame black men for the gram. So here we go with that.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me, he grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch.
What you
Y'all
want to
see
do?
that?
What you want to do? What you want to do?
What y'all to do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
So her first instinct is man shaming. With the hematoma swollen up on her face, she might have a cracked bone that really needs some structural attention. Or she could call the police to come immediately, where they might have a chance to apprehend the guy, to track him. As they said, he got in the car and drove away, but there may be information that could lead them to track him immediately. He could be just up the street at the gas station, whatever have you. You could give a description of the car and get some justice for yourself. Does she avail herself of these opportunities with the said same phone that she's going live on? No. She avails herself of the opportunity to do it for the gram and to get attention. If y'all could really quickly do the like button for me right about now, just hit that like button. It's free to you. Help me out. Hit the like button, and we're going to get right back to the program. So her very first instinct and desire is to hit social media to shame men and to get attention, and just to denigrate black men, to find a reason to denigrate black men. But let's see from this video on her social media that that is not something new. That is not something to the moment. That has nothing to do with what happened to her. That is her predisposed disposition about black men and about how she sees men in general and their role in society. Yet at that moment, all of a sudden, she wants black men to protect her. Let's hear what she thinks about men.
Happy Pride. I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones. And the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody, and we provide, baby, okay? So I hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I
do. Okay, so you hear her. Men are not protectors. They're certainly not protectors innately. But women are protectors with their minds and with their lived experience. What the hell does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. More gender studies pablum and just absolute nonsense. Now, why does she come with this whole nonsense? Well, she is a lesbian from a hard fourth wave feminist gender studies ideology point of view, where men are lesser people, where women are always and forever historically. This is a ahistorical view of reality, that women are only and always have been oppressed by men. All women were oppressed by all men. Men innately are evil beings, and the rightful better humans, the female, now which is who offers all of this value that she's showing right here. There's her innate value she's showing you. The better and greater and more important female now needs to rise and push the man down. She's a lesbian. How is it our job to protect you when you already said we're not protectors? You're the protectors. So the women who you are betrothed to, who you are given to, are the ones who should be protecting you. Where's Big Bertha? Where are your lesbian sisters? That's who you should be looking to. Men have no stake in you because you don't give yourself to the you don't give yourself to submission to men. The only men who are obligated to protect you is your father and then later your husband. Where is your father, lady? And where is your husband while you out in them streets acting a fool? Oh, you don't have a husband because you belong to other women, because you believe in lesbianism and men ain't bleep in all of these concepts. Why should men who you disrespect inherently and at a core be then obligated to put themselves at risk to be brutalized and murdered themselves for your benefit when you don't even show these men respect? You see, men, for starters, let's go back. Chivalry is a two-way street. Women want to believe chivalry and want to lie and say chivalry is about what a woman gets and all the benefits that a woman gets at a man's expense. No, that was never chivalry. Chivalry was always in exchange for a man's protection, in exchange for a man's provision, in exchange for a man's courtesies to a woman. She and then parted to him nurturing and respect. Right? A man holds the door open for a woman, and she gives him deference. He gives up his seat on a train. He treats her as the fairest sex. He protects her. And in exchange for protection, you have to give over submission. How can somebody who you will not listen to their direction be then charged to protect you? Protection comes as the counterweight, as the opposite exchange of submission. That's why it's your husband's duty to protect you, and that's why you are to be submitted to him. And then he has a duty to protect you, not random men, because you do not belong to those men. Now, in a community like certain Muslim communities, you will see there was this brother who was on, I can't remember which show on YouTube, and he was talking about how when his wife or his daughters are walking the street, and he was in the Nation of Islam, he was in one of those organizations where they could recognize by the way their people are dressed, because they dress to a certain standard, they know when they see their folk. And other men will stand up and protect the women of their community, because those women as a whole show respect to the men in that community as a whole, and not just the husband. And the concept here makes perfect sense that I would then add on to what he was saying. I think the concept is that if your wife or your daughter or your sister is out in the street and you're there and I'm not, you hold mine down for me. Likewise, I hold yours down for you if yours are ever in trouble and I'm around. And that's the compact. But what compact do black men have in this?
And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like, they were not worried about niggas.
So she ain't worried about who she's calling niggas. She ain't worried about men. But men are supposed to be worried about her and sacrificing their lives, putting themselves at risk for her with her disrespectfulness and her nastiness. Now, this is her in the hospital when she stopped seeking attention and started seeking some medical help.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
Now, we agree that she didn't deserve this, But her story, and she claims it in this particular video, that she was asked for a phone number, and then that was the whole impetus. But let's see.
Anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number.
So what? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
Don't you ever fuck with Rihanna Taylor ever again. Don't you ever
Never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. So we see there.
fuck with Rihanna Taylor ever again.
And then again, she goes and shows her worth.
Don't you ever fuck with Rihanna.
Again, not something that nothing justifies what this guy did. It wasn't necessary to hit her with the brick and break her face. So we don't condone nor justify that. Short of self-defense, if she's attacking him with the weapon and defending himself, that can't be justified. But she wants to pretend, and her defenders want to pretend, that she's Little Miss Innocent who doesn't do anything. She's just a wonderful, respectful lady who goes out here in the world and treats people with great respect and love and caring. And for no reason, out of the blue, somebody just hit her for nothing. Nothing happened. She wasn't doing anything. Nothing happened at all.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction.
The word he's saying is taunting. He's trying to say taunting. He's saying taunting. So she was taunting the guy. Again, doesn't mean he should have followed through on it, but acting as if this is some just sweet, innocent woman who was going about her day. She wasn't doing anything. He asked for a number. She just politely said no and declined and was walking away, and he just got emotional and hit her. She was engaging. She's one of these black women who like to engage in running your mouth, pointing and taunting men, challenging them to physical fights or challenging them, daring them to do something. Taunting, as this brother is talking about. And then every now and then you're going to find one of these fools who's going to oblige you. Again, you shouldn't have done it. But this is not Susie Q innocent. And he's saying, you can see that he has an accent. He's saying our community. She's Somali. I don't know what he is for sure. But she's Somali. And she's out here talking about black men and what niggas don't do. First of all, you should be submitted in your community to the men of your community and start there, and not even addressing the rest of black men, period, about anything. But again, she doesn't belong to men, right?
About niggas, they were decentering men. So before there was feminism, there were lesbians.
That's who she's with. The lesbians are supposed to protect her. That's who she belongs to. That's who has a stake in her. But we're going to get out of here after 14 minutes. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell to come back for more. Like the video up. And we'll get at you with another one on the next go round. Peace.